What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's prediction video. For this one, we're sticking with the action in the UEFA Champions League. So for this one, we're off to Italy for the clash taking place on the 19th of September, that is this Thursday, that sees Atalanta host the Arsenal. We start off with the home side in this one being Atalanta. The last few fixtures for Atalanta have ended in 2 wins and 3 losses. Their last match was a 3-2 win against Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A. In these season openers, Atalanta have scored 8 goals but conceded 10, so they're getting goals but they're also conceding far too many. The first player I'd like to talk about for Atalanta has got to be centre forward Retegui. In 5 appearances for his club side, Retegui has already scored 4 goals. Retegui was thrust into the limelight because of the injury to Gianluca Scamacca, but he's taken to the role very well. Retegui's already getting goals, he's already contributing to the team getting results, he's already becoming an important player for Gasperini and Atalanta. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about Nigerian attacker Lukman. In 2 appearances for his club side, Lukman has scored 1 goal and contributed 1 assist. For me, Lukman is a very dynamic, very flexible attacking player. You can ask him to play out wide on either wing, you can ask him to play centrally as a centre forward, or you can ask him to play behind your centre forward as a support striker. And he can perform all of those roles very well. Lukman is quick, he's intelligent, he knows how to play in this Atalanta team in order to get goals, but also in order to put others into good goal scoring opportunities. And finally, I want to talk about central midfielder Brescianini. In 4 appearances for his new club side, Brescianini has already scored 2 goals. Brescianini came into this team perhaps looking to just be more of a control element for this team in midfield, but he's had to step up and get goals for them as well, and he's done very well. Brescianini knows how to control a game because he's very calm, he's very composed, he's very aware of what's happening around the pitch. But if you need to get goals and your forward line is just not getting enough, Atalanta fans know they can count on Brescianini to get the job done. Next up, we look at the away side now. For Arsenal, their season openers have ended in 3 wins and 1 draw. Their last match was a 1-0 win away at Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby in the English Premier League this weekend. In these last few fixtures, Arsenal have scored 6 goals and conceded just 1. So maybe Mikel Arteta's side are not getting as many goals as they would like to, but they're keeping it very solid at the back and they're ensuring that teams are struggling to break them down. The first player I'd like to talk about for the Gunners has got to be German attacker Kai Havertz. In 4 appearances for the Gunners, Havertz has scored 2 goals and contributed 1 assist. Havertz has really come of age, I think, in that false 9 position, just sort of lulling opposition defenses into a false sense of security, allowing them to think that they're able to pick him up. But his movement and his awareness and intelligence allow Kai Havertz to still find space even in the tightest areas of the pitch. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about English winger Bukayo Saka. In 4 appearances for Arsenal, Bukayo Saka has scored 1 goal and contributed 4 assists. Bukayo Saka for me has really struck up a very good partnership with Kai Havertz up front. While Saka goes out wide, you'll see Havertz cutting in and looking for space to receive the ball. This I think has taken a lot of pressure off Bukayo Saka, who last season I think Arsenal were a bit reliant on in order to get goals and in order to just break opposition defenses down altogether. And now they have other players who are sort of just looking to build with Saka as opposed to just letting him do all the work. But nevertheless, Saka is a fantastic player. He's very good in 1v1s, he's very quick, he's very tricky, and he can get you goals from wide positions. Finally, I want to talk about Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya. In 4 appearances for the Gunners, David Raya has kept 3 clean sheets and conceded just 1 goal. I really enjoy watching David Raya as a goalkeeper. He's so quick, he's so alert, he's got great reach, he's got great flexibility. But David Raya is also very good at contributing to Arsenal when they're going forward. A lot of the time when Arsenal are looking to slow the game down, you'll see them passing the ball to David Raya, with him collecting it and then just cycling it out to the opposite wing or to those forward players. He's got great passing range and great accuracy. Okay, next up we look at the head-to-head and the S3M2 verdict. Now, between these two teams, there have been no previous meetings, so I can't talk about goals, I can't talk about conceding, I can't talk about the records and who's won more. I think what this does, though, is it injects an element of excitement into this game with two teams meeting each other for the first time on one of the grandest stages of all. For Atalanta, in terms of their injuries, though, they are missing two crucial players at the heart of their defense in Scalvini and Toloi, and up front, they are still going to be missing Skamaka at centre forward, who was so good at getting them so many goals last season. Regardless, I do still think Gasperini is going to go out and line his team up in a 3-4-2-1 formation. Just looking to keep the game central, looking to keep the ball in those tighter areas where they have more numbers, and if they lose it, they're able to win it back quickly and then just cycle it forward as quickly as possible. I think a player like Rategi is probably going to be playing as a target man, out up front alone as a number 9, while we'll see Lukman and probably De Ketelaere looking to support him from attacking midfield positions. Nevertheless, we will see Atalanta playing quick football, just looking to inject a bit of chaos in the midfield, directly in opposition with what Arsenal are looking to do. For the Gunners, in terms of their defense, they're missing Calafiori, Zinchenko, Tiani, and Tomiyasu, so defensively, I would say Arsenal do have a bit of a problem, especially on those wingback roles. But they do have enough players to come in, fill those gaps, and play those roles. In terms of their midfield, I think missing Martin Odegaard is still a big loss for Mikel Arteta's team. Odegaard gave this team so much more creativity centrally, and now they're having to look to others to do so. It's sad that the replacement for Odegaard in Mikel Merino is also injured, so right now Arsenal will be heavily reliant on players like Jorginho and Declan Rice to do the playmaking for them in the heart of their midfield. Nevertheless, I'm still going to see the Gunners probably lining up in a 4-3-3 formation, looking to spread the ball out wide to those wings and then cut in using the pace and dribbling ability of those wingers to just catch the opposition defenses napping. They have more than enough wide players like Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, and now Raheem Sterling as well, who can cause havoc everywhere. Arsenal have so much depth up front, so many players who come in with so many different ideas, so many different styles of play. They're very difficult to deal with. I think it's going to come down to a real midfield battle, especially in the center of the pitch. We're going to see a rested Declan Rice, even if it wasn't by his own choice, because he was suspended in that North London derby due to picking up a red card in Arsenal's previous fixture. But he will be fresh for this one, and he'll be up against players like Brescianini and Pezalic, who look to win the ball back and then just cycle it forward or dribble with it quickly. So Declan Rice is going to have to do a lot of work in Arsenal's midfield. I think also Arsenal will be looking to a player like Jorginho to pull the strings from deeper in their midfield. They won't have a player like Odegaard who can just run at the opposition from midfield. So it'll be down to Jorginho to pick the passes and to Declan Rice to then run with the ball instead. I think Atalanta are still going to look to cycle it as quickly as possible through the heart of the midfield, even though technically it might be smarter to go out wide against this Arsenal team. I think Atalanta are going to look at Arsenal and think that because they don't have Odegaard, this is a weakened team that will be looking to try and use the wings. So they're going to force the players out wide. You'll see Atalanta trying to push Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling or Martinelli or Trossard out to the touchline to just sort of eliminate them from the game entirely. Irrespective though, I think Arsenal are just way too good. I think they have too much depth. I think they have too many players who can do this. I think Atalanta have also proven that against bigger teams, Inter Milan and Real Madrid, they really struggle. They lost 4-0 against Inter in the Serie A, and they lost 2-0 against Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup. So they can crumble when they come up against a team that knows how to just apply pressure to them and just force their way through the heart of the side. I think Atalanta will definitely be looking to improve on those performances, but I think it's going to be a major issue for them in this one. I think Arsenal's defenders as well are just way too good, and I think Atalanta's front line is just not gelling as well as they should right now. So from me, my final score prediction here is going to be Atalanta 1, Arsenal 2. I think Mikel Arteta and the Gunners just have a little bit too much in the tank for this Atalanta team, but I do still think that Atalanta will be doing very, very well in the Champions League this season. I just think Arsenal will be doing a little bit better. hi. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Um, Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.